Hey guys, welcome again. So this is my second tutorial in the World Cup quarterfinal Support Your Team with the War Paint series. Today we will be focusing on New Zealand. As you can see, I'm wearing black. A little bit different from yesterday. Just to save some time, I've put my foundation and concealer powder on already. I remember the powder this time. Done the brows and the pre-highlight. So if you want tips on that or don't know how to do that, refer to my first post. So we'll go ahead and we will start. This one was fairly easy to come up with. I kind of got inspired by Halloween a little bit. When I was thinking about, All Blacks and all that sort of stuff, sort of like black magic, because they are, the team that they are is amazing. So, and that just kind of reminded me of Halloween. So this one is very different from the first look, which was the bronzed Aussie wallaby look. This one's quite heavy eye and it's a dark lip as well, hence all black. So yeah, we'll go ahead and start. So what I've got, I've already put a base colour down, which is this little one. It's like a metallic pinky colour. So that's all over my eyelid and up to the brow. So then, using quite a flat eyeshadow applicator brush, MAC again. This is my Maybelline eyeliner, and the thing about gel liners is that they make really good eyeshadow bases as well. So that's what I'm going to use first. It spreads quite easily, so just load your brush up. And then, like with the eyeshadow on the first one, kind of just go in and dot it on first. You can apply this quite messily because you're going to blend it out anyway. Go in again. And should be okay for this side so far. Yeah, so my take on the All Blacks World Cup campaign so far, to be honest, I haven't watched any. Oh, I watched the first game against Argentina. They were tested a bit in that one, which is to be expected because obviously Argentina is part of the Rugby Championship, and they've come on leaps and bounds since finishing fourth or third in the 2000 or the previous World Cups. They've improved heaps, and it's really good that they're in the Rugby Championship because it just expands their rugby playing abilities. But yeah, the All Blacks, that's the only real test that they've had so far, I think. They're funnily, their jokes are going around, obviously. Pool A that the Wallabies are in was called the Pool of Death because of the teams that Wallabies had in their pool. And the team that the pool that the All Blacks are in was called the Wading Pool because there wasn't as many big name teams in there. Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see they play France in the quarterfinal. And I don't think I need to remind any All Blacks fans of what France have done to them previously in the World Cup. So, sorry. Should be a good game though. It will be. I mean, this is obviously going to be their litmus test of where they're at so far, and being quarterfinals, it's a knockout. So, yeah, it'll be very interesting. I'm just going to perhaps, this is that Chanel palette that I used in the first post as well. Taking that terracotta colour again, and just slightly smoke this out. So you don't want too much. I'm going to go over it with a black eyeshadow. So, but you just don't want too much product build-up. Just nice little circular motions when you're smoking the eyeshadow out. You don't have to use a different colour, but that's just how I've been taught. And it kind of, when you use a nice sort of neutral, either like a bronzy terracotta like that is, or a like a brown or a taupey colour, I don't know, it adds a little bit of depth to the colour that you're putting on. So I'm going to go over with that using the same brush, a quad that I got from when I was working at MAC, and this is probably something again that I should have thrown out years ago, but I like the colour, so just load your brush up again. Now in the first post I did use a little bit of brown when I was doing my bronze look, and I mentioned to tap the excess off. Now especially when you're using black, you're going to need to do that. And I mean, this isn't a particularly, the formula is quite solid, and I think it might be because it's a little bit old as well, but just make sure some textures of some eyeshadows are a little bit more, they're a little bit softer, so just be careful of that. And the thing is with this, because I've used the eyeliner on here before, because of the creaminess of the product, the eyeshadow is actually sticking to it, so it's probably not as much as an issue for me, but just be careful of that. So again, just going over the top of what you've already got on there. Sorry, I'm probably not talking as much about the rugby in this post because, like I said, I haven't watched too many of the New Zealand games. Because I already knew they were going to win, really. Go on the other side. I like to press the eyeshadow into the eyelid, and again, like I say with dark colours, this is always a good idea to minimise fallout. I did mention in the first post that, or previous post, that you can do your eyes first and then do your foundation after, if you prefer. I don't like, I'm a creature of habit. I kind of do this my way. I kind of find that I don't get too much fallout, and I just clean it up afterwards anyway. So go in again and again just smoke it out. With your brush. That's where I find fingers come in really handy, because you can sort of refine the lines that you've made. blending is so important when you're doing a smoky eye. I can't stress how important it is. Because I think it's where some girls are a bit put off by it. They kind of think, oh, you know, like they just apply the eyeshadow and then that's it. But you need to soften the lines and you need to make it look really pretty. You gotta blend, blend and blend again. And then blend some more. Because it's always better to add more. You can't take off. You could, but it's annoying. I like quite heavy and dramatic, so you can cater or tailor it to your own specifications. Let's do that again. Should we get a ball of that? A few years ago I would have cringed if I used my fingers, but now I find it quite a good thing. So that was, I mean, relatively simple. You just have to practice the blending and getting the colour right, and right, like I said before, building your colour up rather than putting it all on and then just be like, oh, I don't know what to do now. So remember that. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my black eyeshadow again, and I will trace underneath my eye. Poke myself in the eye then, that was amazing. Again, it depends on eye shape with this. You as to how far down you can go. I generally just like to keep it not too much lower than my lash line. Just think it looks a bit heavy if I go lower than that. Just gotta get my mirror. Just make sure everything's all good. Just keep repeating the process until you get your desired effect. It's making it a little bit difficult because I've already got mascara on my bottom lashes. But we adapt and we move on. That's good enough for now, because when I put a little bit more mascara on the bottom lashes, the line's going to be a bit more, it's going to come out a bit more. So, alright. Now, even though this is black eyeshadow, I still like to put black eyeliner on. Yes, I do. I said in my first post, this is my thing, I can't live without it. So, and again, I will go through the steps on how to do it properly. So, middle to out. It's a bit harder to see on this. And then corner of the eye in. If you want a better look at this, have a look at the first post that I did, because you can see it a lot better because I haven't got as much colour on my eye. And just repeat it on the other side. Again. Now, another thing I didn't mention in my first post was gel or cream liners are amazing because you can use them on your waterline as well, and they usually last a bit longer than a pencil, depending on what type of pencil it is, of course. So I'm going to do that now. So just, they're quite easy to apply on the waterline too. For me, because I've done it a lot. And I like to go in and around the eye as well. Looking good so far. Just even an eye up on this eye. I did a look similar last year for Halloween. Put teeth in and everything, fangs and all of that. To scare the kids when they were coming trick-or-treating. They loved it. I was a bit disappointed. But they weren't too scared. Just going to clean up a little bit around the eye. This is going to take my concealer blending brush. Just make sure that everything's looking not perfect, but perfect enough. It kind of acts, if you've got a concealer blender brush like this, it kind of acts like an eraser. So if you go back and forth, you can sort of remove any mistakes that you've made, especially fallout. You can sort of make it disappear. If only it were that easy for everything. Right, moving right along, and my little lashes, as always. Just get my tweezers out with the glue. I don't think I showed you the glue on the first post, so I'm going to show you that now. And you can get, it's called Lash Grip. It's very similar to the Duo glue. The Duo glue is what a lot of people use. It's the best one. But I find this one to be quite as good, so I've used Duo as well. This one is a black, so it dries black and it doesn't show up a line. You can get clear, as well, and I've used white too, but and it dries to clear, but it's just when you initially put the eyelashes on that it just shows up a little bit and I don't really like it. Same sort of same application as the first post. Just wave it around for shake it up, shake it up. That was really terrible. Anyway, then mirror, lash, make sure again that you get it as close to your lash line as possible. Because people might be able to tell that you are wearing falsies, but you don't want it to be like, oh my god, you're wearing falsies. You want people to politely ask, are you wearing falsies? Yes, I am. You'd rather them ask you to your face than behind your back, right? Again, this is something that takes practice as well. And I am more adept at putting them on myself than I am putting them on other people. Because if you stab yourself in the eye, well, it's fine, but when it's someone else, I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Alright. So that's all black eyes done. If you want, you can, I have put my brow highlight on, you can go up and put a little bit more to make it really, really distinct. But I think that looks okay for me. Now, I'm gonna go in and pop my cheek colour on, my bronzer, my RWC2015 cheap brand that's really good. So again, just on cheekbones. Trends in cheek colour vary from year to year, and again, it's just personal preference. Some people can pull off the apples of the cheeks, but I just find with me, I don't know, it just looks a bit much, like a chipmunk. Not really the look I'm going for. Just frames my face a little bit better if I apply it up here. I think it also kind of diverts the eyes a little bit too, because if you're wearing dark eyes and you've got like bronzer on the cheeks, it kind of is all a bit too much. It's like you don't, your face got like mauled by Crayola. I don't really like that. I like to keep things nice, you know? Then I'll go in with my trusty NYX highlighter. Again, same sort of, applying it in the same areas as the first post. Going to be a lot of similarity with that in the post to come as well. So comes out really well in photos when you highlight your cheekbones like this. Again. Okay, now this is where it gets really all black. Now, I couldn't find, or in time I couldn't find a black lipstick, but there are places that sell them, and I think one of them it's Lime Crime. I'm pretty sure that's the brand that they sell black lipstick. They have really awesome colours actually. So what I've done, and I'm not recommending you do this at home, but I'm just doing it for the sake of this post. I scraped black eyeshadow into the lid of a Vaseline jar, and I've mixed it with some Vaseline. And now it comes into like a paste, and I'm going to use it as lipstick or my lip colour. I'd usually use a lip liner for this, but I can get quite a defined line with just using this brush. Top lip done. Going to get my little mirror. Now I know that looks a bit weird when I do that. This. When you're dealing with dark lip colours, you have to be very precise. If you fancy, you can take it over your lip line. My lips are plenty big already, so I don't really need to do that. Now I've seen a lot of celebs actually rocking dark lip colour like this, black lip colour. Yeah, it's pretty good. Like try and get all the way in, just so when you are taking photos and stuff, if you smile, or if you like do the Kylie Jenner, that the inside of your mouth is going to be a different colour. So just make sure that, you know, or get your posing right or whatever you do. Cool, so that is it. Again, take the hair out, see what it looks like all together. And there it is. The all black magic look. Again, yeah, if you try it out, tag me on Instagram if you like, at Queen Rugby. Also use the Team All Black hashtag, which is the team with the All Blacks hashtag for the World Cup. And yeah, I'll see you again on my next post. Bye.